Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is SK Crypto K, and today we are going to take a look at another ROI dApp that is hitting the Binance Smart Chain called Furio that I've been doing my research on, and let me tell you some of the innovations that they're doing to change the game and innovate upon this winning formula, and why I am bullish might have you wanting to take a closer look at this project. So stick around and find out if this is right for you. Let's get into it. Yo, appreciate your time and just know that I'm SK Crypto K, and today you should join my crypto club. Maybe by the end earn some dividends, so in advance I'ma thank you right now for that sub. Hey! Yo, let's go. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Let me preface everything by saying that I am not a financial advisor, and these are for entertainment and informational purposes only. So folks, when it comes to Furio, just know that you are very early right now and that the pre-sale number 1 has already occurred, which I missed. But that's okay, because pre-sale number 2 is right around the corner on May 10th, which is open to the public. And when you see the size of the Telegram community and just how early you are before this launches full on in about a month or more, you might find this an exciting time as well. So jumping right over into the white paper, a lot of this is going to sound familiar since it's building upon a system that we already know. So for this video, I'm going to be highlighting some of the key changes that this team has made to this formula and why they may just have a hit on their hands. Also know that I'll be throwing in a few other alpha tips that the founder himself, named Chris, was able to give me after I had a voice chat with him to really get a good vibe and a gut check on what this team is doing and why they're taking extra steps to be sure to give the investors confidence that this is not a scam or a rug pull of any kind.
Oh yeah, that is so important. Thank you, SK.
Oh yeah, for sure. So when it comes to this platform, it is an up to 2.5% daily ROI dApp that focuses on all the same things we already know, such as team building, compound interest, and deflationary tokenomics, but their taxation is quite sustainable. But the key differences here is the way they decide to tax everything, in addition to the variable percent reward system. So continuing on over here, we've got our nice table of contents, and I'll leave a link in my description below so you can find all the pertinent details to what you're looking for. But essentially, know some of the familiar aspects is this is going to be a supply of 1 million tokens, which is called FUR. And this platform on the Binance Smart Chain will provide up to, keyword, 2.5% daily return up to 360%, or essentially 180 days on your initial principal if you did not compound anything. They also have an internal exchange where if you buy the FUR token, then you will not get a 10% tax. However, if you bought this on PancakeSwap, you would incur a 10% tax, just like the other platforms. And then they have their deflation and stability models, very similar to the other platforms, except they do hold a 1% token burn that's actually held aside for future developments coming to the platform that we can talk about later. Moving on over here, the vault system is the exact same thing that we've seen on every other daily ROI app, where you buy your tokens, you deposit it, you compound the out of it, and then you have taxes that sustain the platform overall. Now, in regards to your downline strategy, you can have 15 levels deep of team referral rewards. However, this is not held by a secondary token. So instead, what they do, just like Piston Race, they're actually utilizing the native token to which you buy and get NFTs with that will unlock your downline rewards. And just like with any of the other ROI dApps, you do not need to have downline referrals, but if you choose to get them, it will accelerate your ROI and your profit as your downline grows organically. Now, moving on over here, when it comes to compounding, there is a 5% tax as we see elsewhere. And it also has a net deposit value standing, where your deposits plus your airdrops you send and receive, plus your compounding minus your actual claims, will determine if you are receiving rewards from your downline or showing up on airdrop lists from your upline. This is no different than other platforms. Similarly, you have 15 downlines, as I just mentioned, but this time you're holding different NFTs that are valued at certain fur amounts. Now, the $sign here isn't supposed to be on the numbers, it's supposed to be by the token, but essentially for downline level 1, you're gonna need 5 fur tokens to get 1 NFT. And then as you go deeper down the chain, it cumulatively stacks on how many fur tokens you need to purchase that level of NFT. So in this instance, for level 9, you would need to have deposited 45 fur tokens to get level 9 downline rewards. And then all the way down to 15 to have 75 fur tokens. Now, similar to Drip, if you have 5 or more directs on your wallet, you will automatically become a team wallet. So essentially, if you were to make a fresh deposit of 100 fur tokens, then the 10% tax comes off of that, so 10 fur tokens, where 2.5 fur tokens are going to come back to you, while the other 7.5 fur tokens go up to your upline. Similarly, this should work the same exact way for whatever amount being compounded on that 5% tax. Essentially, you should be keeping about 25% of whatever you compounded, and the other 75% goes up the round robin. Going to the next page, they also have whale taxes here, which depending on how much your built up claim amount is relative to the 1 million token supply, you will then start to fall into these different whale brackets. So nothing new over here, and the max whale tax is 50% in addition to the 10% claim whenever you choose to do that. Now, when it comes to the taxes, basically, if you buy it on the site itself, again, there's no tax. If you buy it on PancakeSwap or other exchanges, there will be a 10% tax, which will break down into the following, where 1% is burned or held aside, 2% of it will go automatically into the PancakeSwap liquidity, 1% into marketing and development, which this is a nice low percentage, kudos to the team, and 6% goes to the actual contract balance. Now, when it comes to the deposit, 10% will come out and it will feed the rewards upwards. Whenever you claim, there is a 10% tax that goes into the contract balance. And whenever you sell, whether on the site or exchanges, you'll have the same tax allocation as the buy up here. And then finally, your compound tax of 5% is just going to rewards as well. Moving on. One of the other nice aspects of this token is that they're pairing it with USDC. And the goal of this is to provide a stable environment which is unaffected by the usual crypto market fluctuations. And we know how volatile crypto is overall. So by not being paired to BNB, we're not going to be following the trend that Bitcoin and Ethereum and the big blue chips are doing. So when you're watching the price action on the fur token, you know it truly is based on people that are buying and selling.
Yeah, SK, get to the good stuff. Like, I don't see anything different yet from the other platforms.
Calm down, we just got there. It's this area called the variable rewards. Chill. So this is where you want to pay attention, and this is what piqued my interest initially. So Furio has deployed a unique variable rewards program in order to protect the future of the ecosystem. This system is designed to be fair and encourage positive action, which benefits everyone in the ecosystem going forward. We are proud of this approach and make no apology for encouraging good participants and penalizing bad participants. So when it comes to this chart right here, basically it's very simple to follow, but the moment you enter the system, we'll start off with the bottom right here, where if you were compounding 7 days a week and not claiming anything, then you will get the maximum allotment per day of 2.5%. And then moving up the chart, for if you do 5 or 6 compounds a week, which translates to 1 or 2 claims per week, then you fall in the 2.25% bracket. And then you'll get 2% if you go down to compounding 4 days per week. Now, neutral participants, you will also get 2% if half of your week exactly to the hour is compounding versus claiming. And then negative participants will get throttled greatly, which is an interesting take versus any of these other ROI dApps. So if you are only compounding 3 days a week and claiming 4, then you're down to 1%. Same thing for if you're doing a 2 to 5, 1%. If you're really draining the system and only compounding 1 day a week and claiming 6 days, then you're down to 0.5%. And this is where it gets really interesting and why this is red, because if you do nothing but claim for 7 days a week, you will not only get to 0.5%, but you will be forever trapped there and can never raise your percentage for the entirety of the rest of your wallet in this platform.
Whoa, holy bro, are you serious?
Oh yeah, this team isn't messing around. So overall, by encouraging good behavior in this protocol, you're going to see a more stable price and a healthy protocol that people are happy about. Now, to go into a little more detail, basically any participant on the day of launch and for 28 days, as long as you fall overall into this positive participant bracket, you're guaranteed your minimum daily 2% reward. And then positive participants with over 20 rolling compounds in that same 28-day period will increase to 2.25% daily. And then positive participants with 28 rolling compounds will increase to 2.5% a day. So it's important to note the 28-day rolling period. All right, that's not to be confused with on day 29, everything resets, because it doesn't. It's a rolling average. So if you get into these platforms and all you do is want to compound for like the first 6 months, then you're pretty much going to have a perfect score and you're going to be compounding every single day. And for those 6 months, you will have 2.5% of your rewards earned daily. And then for most others, you'll likely fall in the 2.25% a day if you do like I've done in plenty of other projects, which is to compound 6 days and only claim 1 day, which is the same winning formula for those miners that are popping up everywhere. So overall, pretty interesting. So then keep playing at those levels to maintain your rewards. Negative participants will be penalized, and once you drop to the lower level, you cannot come back up. Beware, the system penalizes bad participants. You have to have been a bad player for a period of time before you're actually penalized. So you will then stay in the project at the lower levels. So this will be interesting to see, because if you land in this negative zone, the claim is you will not be able to come back up. So if you messed up and did 6 days of claiming versus 1, then you'll be at 0.5. However, you can climb back up to 1% a day. But again, you would had to have done this for 28 rolling days, basically. So if you're doing 6 to 1 for 28 straight days, then I think you're going to get trapped in this system. However, if you've been doing 7 to 0 or 6 to 1 the entire 28 days and you decide to do a 2 to 5 for about a week, your overall 28-day average should not bump you permanently into the negative participant list, and you'll be able to climb back out, because we all know emergencies happen. But this red zone is very important, because a straight 7-day claim takes you right into the 0.5% and overrides the 28-day rolling rule.
Damn, son. You whales better watch out.
Indeed. So when it comes to this strategy, if you're a team leader, you need to be very strategic in how you build up your rewards to give down to your actual downlines. Because I know for me, in platforms like Drip, I have to let it build up several days in advance to then claim out and then do my airdrop. So when it comes to this, I'll likely have to be more strategic and set aside more ahead of time, keeping the 28-day rolling average in mind. And then coming down here, participants who reach max payout will receive a Furio Platinum NFT, which, talking with the founder Chris, will actually have some sort of perk. Not only will it be tradable, but you may want to keep it for whatever mystery perk they have yet to reveal. So pretty cool concept overall. And then while I had the founder Chris on the line, I did ask him about whenever in a platform such as Drip, right? When your deposit hits a certain amount, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of 27,000 Drip, that amount times 3.65 actually maxes out your Drip at 100,000 tokens. At which point there's really no reason to compound, because then you're just growing your account but shrinking the gap towards your max payout, which isn't increasing anymore. So when it comes to Furio, this line is very important. The above claim penalties do not apply at max payout. Only the whale taxes will hit you at this point. So if you know you're reaching your max payout sometime soon, and at least 28 days before that time, you better be on your best behavior and compounding 7 days a week. So then by the time you hit max payout, you're actually locked into a 2.5% rate for the rest of your wallet. Meaning, if you lock yourself in at that rate and you hit max payout on your ultimate readout for max payout, then your daily amount grows 2.5% every single day, which you can then claim out and not fall into any of this chart any longer. So for the rest of the wallet, you're just going to be straight claiming out and moving those tokens over into a new wallet or selling some of it. But just know you will not get penalized for that activity. And the only thing you're going to have to worry about from that point forward are the actual whale taxes, which we know from before is 50% in addition to the 10% claim tax. So, food for thought.
Woo, that was a mouthful.
Yep, but an interesting take on this formula. Moving on. This is just getting into more of the same that we know, which is a high yield certificate of deposit up to 360% max payout, 10% tax on deposits, 10% on your claim, 5% on your compound. Oh, just like the other ones, if the tax pool is ever left in a situation where there isn't enough fur to pay the rewards, then new fur will be minted, just like we already know. And then this just goes into the detail of how the net deposit value needs to remain in good standing for you to receive rewards from your downlines and from your upline airdrop lists. Team wallets are at 7.5% and 2.5% back. And then compounds are on a round robin, which this graphic looks awful familiar to Piston, but it's essentially the same thing. Which if you are this little red guy right here, whenever you compound on day one, it's going to hit this member, assuming they have enough downline NFTs to receive the reward and their NDV is in good standing. And then next time this person compounds, it'll skip this person and go up to the next person. And then the next time it'll hit that person. Then the next time it'll actually pause and then it'll come back down to this person. So there is a 1-day skip that they added, which I think they detail in this next page here. Yep. Jumping ahead, it's this line right there. The next referral compound, no one gets the bonus. Basically in this graphic, your downline is right here. When they compound, it'll hit you, which is level 1. Then when they compound again, it'll skip you and hit your buddy, which is line number 2 here. And then on compound number 3, it'll skip you, your buddy, and then it'll hit the dev account right there. And then on compound number 4, it's gonna skip you, your buddy, the dev account, and then land nowhere, which is on this line here, which I think is different from the other platforms. I need to go back and confirm, but that's one interesting way of how they are going to limit the amount of rewards that are going by skipping a day. And then to confirm here, if it is a team wallet with 5 or more referrals, then your account will get only 3.75% of the 5% tax, and the other 1.25% will go back down to you. Coming down here, an initial 3D rotating Furio coin collection of 10,000 NFTs will be available on launch, and there will be more to come as you look at the roadmap here.
Now, this is where the other exciting information about this project comes into play.
Because the roadmap is going to hit in this exact order, but they've already got a fiat onboarding system.
And if you think about that, it is huge.
Because having the option to buy BNB or USDC directly on the Furio website with a debit or credit card
Is going to do wonders in regards to onboarding new people interested in crypto,
but don't like jumping through all of the hoops of onboarding their money into crypto.com, and then they have to figure out how they send it over to a MetaMask account, which has a 24-hour holding period.
it's just a massive headache.
So with talking to the founder, Chris, he is extremely bullish on the proposition here because this will allow this platform to transcend your typical crypto circles that we find in Telegram.
So this is very interesting.
Next up, they have an additional high risk, high reward ROI platform for the FUR token, which I don't know the details other than there's some sort of lottery or casino system that's going to be rewarding different NFTs and FUR token. So this is pretty neat. Next up, they'll have an NFT marketplace. Then after that, they're looking to launch on different blockchains where the Furio ecosystem will reside on a blockchain such as Solana. And that platform will either live on its own or somehow tie into this one. But this will be interesting to ask about and find out more details for. They also have plans to have partnerships with third-party companies and protocols, adding further utility to Fur.
And I can tell you right now that this team is very bullish on innovative companies such as Piston Token,
which he specifically dropped by name and applauds how that team took a winning formula from the ground up, and it wasn't just a rushed piece of trash that was just put out onto the market just to exist. They're adding value to the ecosystem by including NFTs and avatars and play-to-earn racing games. So he's extremely bullish on what that team has accomplished.
and may look to reach out for some sort of partnership one day. Who knows?
And if not them, then maybe someone else. In the future, they'll also have a collateralized stablecoin system with loan options, which is similar to what you've already heard with Drip.
But they've already got something over here cooking up that they'll have more details on later.
And then well down the line, the Platinum NFT that we already covered, which they'll go over whatever mystery perks they're alluding to. So that will be interesting to hear about. And then that's pretty much it. They've got some FAQs right here, which if you want, you can pause the video and read. But essentially, some people will ask, is 2.5% a day unsustainable? And their answer is no. The proven 1% mechanisms with other dApps have no difference to our up to 2.5%. We are simply speeding up the process from 365 days to 180 days, which has a positive effect on the ecosystem as it will flush out initial whales quickly. Then they've got other aspects here, and another similar thing, you can't change your buddy once you're in. And yeah, no, that's pretty much it.
Oh, and I just spotted something, but a little bit of alpha if you're still here paying attention.
But initially they did look at this auto compound feature and said that it was not in their best interest whenever they were making this.
However, I can confirm on the day of launch, there will be an auto compound feature that if you stake into the system and immediately turn it on, then you will start your daily percentage at 2.5% every single day from launch.
Boom! That's pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
And I think it adds fantastic incentive for people not to dump their tokens right after the launch like you see in some of these other projects. So when you buy your tokens, then you are highly motivated to put them into the system, turn on that auto compound feature to immediately start at 2.5% daily and build the ecosystem the way it should be.
In regards to pre-sale number 2,
just so you understand what the pricing will be, but the date was just announced to be May 10th, so we know that, and they will have 125,000 Fur tokens available for $1.50 a piece. Now, these will again be sold via NFTs, and each NFT costs 150 USD to achieve. Basically, there's going to be a maximum of 10 NFTs at the pre-sale that you can get per wallet. Each NFT will cost 150 USDC, and then when launch happens, you can trade in that NFT for 100 Fur tokens on launch, which is the same thing as 1.5 USDC per one token. As soon as the 1,250 NFTs are sold, then this pre-sale allocation will close.
then finally,
When they have their final pre-sale, that will go for 1.75 USDC per token of the allocated 125,000. So again, there will be a maximum of 10 NFTs per wallet, and each NFT costs 175 USDC exchanged for 100 Fur tokens. So essentially, you're looking at May 10th for pre-sale number 2, and then 1 week after that will be pre-sale number 3, and then roughly 1 week after that, you will have the actual launch of this protocol.
now, one last thing before we end this video.
They recently announced a new program called FAST, which is the Furio Accredited Scheme Teams. And there's a Medium article that I'll post down below. But it essentially is saying if you plan to be a team leader,
Which your boy right here is gonna be on it.
then just know that if these team leaders connect up to the dev wallet, here are some of the criteria for being on the FAST section of the actual webpage where your teams will be listed with their details. so long as you, 1, have a Discord or Telegram team that has 30 or more members. So not only will you have to have that amount in your group, but you'll also have that amount on your team. You then have to invite the community lead dev into that team. They will then add your team to the Fast Scheme on the official Furio webpage, where they include your team name, the referral link, and the Telegram or Discord address. Which also, quick note, they are going to have a nickname system just like Piston, so you don't have to just go around and shill your wallet address. Moving down to 5, every team that gets on the Fast Scheme will be given 2 free downline NFTs to help get your team moving. So that's a pretty cool perk. So long as the team stays above 30 members and there's no FUD and the team is doing good things for its members, then you'll stay in the Fast Scheme.
So this is important because just because you make it into the Fast Scheme does not mean you stay.
So be sure to keep that in mind. Number 7, after the whole project has launched, our lead dev is going to introduce competitions and league tables if you want your team to participate.
It's optional,
and it will have its own unique UI. We will create a dedicated URL link for your team. The dev wallet will be airdropping rewards to the team, and there will be 2 parts to the airdrop.
First, there will be a loyalty airdrop that is spread across the teams within Fast.
And this is based on active member numbers. Secondly, there will be a prize airdrop that goes to the best performing team in the league tables. And then some of the other criteria is that the team leader is expected to airdrop a minimum of 75% of the dev airdrop to that team wallet to then distribute down to the team members, or they will be removed from Fast.
Which is pretty damn cool.
And then in the future, there will be other team benefits that are added to the Fast program. But just like everything in Furio, we encourage good participants and will not incentivize the bad. The good teams will get as much support as possible via Fast, as well as all the other unique Furio benefits this takes to another level for good teams. If new participants come to Furio, they can onboard. There are full instructions and information. They can access the DApp, and we provide all the information on your teams.
And because this Medium article just came out,
they're saying you can go ahead and register your teams now as soon as they have 30 members.
Which is pretty cool if you're rocking with Team SK.
And when the time comes, I will share my link, and if you choose to be on my team, then make sure that you are also in my Telegram community.
And I kindly thank you in advance.
Even though I don't know the exact airdrop strategy I'm gonna do, given the variable reward system, I still need to wrap my head around that. But if it's not my typical 50% going down from what I get from the downlines, then you at least know you're getting the 75% I'm getting from the dev wallet, in addition to maybe a different style of airdrop for this Furio platform, such as a lottery system.
Time will tell.
Also know that I enjoyed my time talking with the founder, Chris. And for anyone who has any reservations about who this team is, just know that their background is from a very professional and corporate world that is very evident when you listen to them speak in their AMAs. And even though right now none of them are actually doxxed, then just know that they are privately doxxed and KYC'd with Obsidian Council.
Which is important because
if anything goes wrong or nefarious with the contract, Obsidian Council's job is to then release the information of the team. And this ranges from everything to their ID, their passport, their home address.
So if that isn't a level of protection you can believe in,
then I don't know what to tell you other than it gives me hope, and by talking with the team,
they certainly pass my vibe check.
So if you rock with me, then you should consider looking into this project.
Not financial advice. So folks, that's pretty much all I have for this video. If you found this informative in any way or have any questions, then please be sure to let me know in the comments below. And if you vibe with me, then be sure to find my Telegram link in the description and come say hi and learn about other projects that I'm into. And lastly, if you enjoyed this video, then please smash that like button and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And until next time, please stay safe out there, stay blessed, and make good choices with your crypto.
I have a good feeling I'm making a good choice with my crypto when it comes to Furio.